What is up? What is good, everybody? It is Attila the Killer here, and welcome to another review of Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. This is a 1v1 on Arabia between myself, playing as the Wei, versus I am Capte, playing as the Tatars. Now, what I was going for in this game was a defensive feudal age, going for the Xianbei rider in Castle Age. Now, my opponent, Tatars, is one of the civs that I'm worried about fighting against because their horse archers are pretty darn strong. Now, he starts going for militia, but essentially, the livestock animals last 50% longer. That's a really nice boost in the beginning. Units deal plus 25% more damage when fighting from higher elevation, plus, the original 25%. The Thumb Ring and Parthian Tactics being free saves them 300 food and 200 wood on Thumb Ring once he gets to Castle Age, and then new town centers spawn with 2 sheep starting in Castle Age. He also has mounted archers have plus 2 line of sight, which is sort of meh. But he's going for militia forward. Now, for the Wei, I have an extra villager for each economic upgrade I get, so that's double bit axe, horse collar, the gold and stone mining upgrades, as well as wheelbarrow. And spoiler, I don't think I get wheelbarrow in this game. I don't get stone mining. I think I might get gold mining. And then the team bonus is cavalry have plus 2 attack versus siege weapons. But at this point in time, he starts coming in with these guys, and I notice them, but my scout just stays there. He just sits there for a while and does nothing because I'm microing all of this. He keeps me off my berries for a little while, but it's not the craziest. I also have a good bit of idle TC time, but I'm still able to get a little bit more res collected, and I am heading up to the feudal age. Now, I've already got loom, so I'm not too scared of these militia. And what I didn't notice is that he's also not yet in Dark Age. He takes a while to click up to Dark Age. He goes for... Essentially, he wants to try and get damage with his militia, but he doesn't really get damage. He doesn't get any kills with the militia, from what I remember. And I'm also getting extra villagers from double bit axe and horse collar. Once horse collar comes in, I'm going to get an extra villager. There's another villager. And he's going for this house. It's pretty weak, but I mean, I get the archery range. I am mainly using psychological warfare here. If he sees an archery range, he's going to think archers are coming out. So I'm going to go for skirmishers, just so there's a flag over it to sort of scare him. Because at this point, he won't really know how many are in there, nor will he know what's in there. I see the scout coming, and I'm like, okay, so the militia are on the way. So I'm just going to quick wall this area. And I was tempted to bring in these other villagers. They start moving in. I also wanted to see if I can go after that militia. He's got 4 on gold, good bit on gold. And I have the voice lines and everything really low, just so you can focus on listening to my voice. But I'm gonna get a few more skirmishers here in a little bit, and I'm just going to sort of hang out. Delete some palisades so my villagers can move around. But the thing is, the militia only have 1 more damage than villagers, but villagers with loom have 1 melee armor, so they actually even out. They also have equal HP, so militia need numbers in order to beat villagers. So 2 villagers can gang up on a militiaman and beat him. And really, these guys just sort of move around and act all annoying and crap. But I'm just going to send in some healthy vills. I was trying to get weak vills over by the farms, but use some of the TC, get a little bit of chip damage, and use the villagers. And then I'm going to come over here and build a house and a palisade to protect that. He's adding in his blacksmith and his market, and he's going to try and just zip right up to Castle Age. Didn't even need to buy anything or sell anything. Now, something worth noting is that these guys have 1 pierce armor, and my skirmishers do 1 pierce damage. I don't have fletching, and I'm not microing them very well. I'm just now microing my scout, but I'm microing it. I did like an all-army hotkey, so I did this really poorly. And now he's getting the infantry armor, which is... It's worthwhile if you actually, you know, got men at arms and stuff like that. But, you know. And now he's going for 2 archery ranges. And no, okay, so they don't get... I guess it's Persians or some other civ that gets them for less wood. Is it? Thumb ring, Newtown Centers? Yeah. There's a civ out there that gets stables and archery ranges for a lot less wood. I'm just really microing those guys down. But, anywho, 32 villagers to 29. That's mainly from my eco upgrades. I've got 2 eco upgrades, plus, but a lot more idle TC. Like, a lot more, which is pretty wild. That's a solid 2 villagers. 2 or 3 villagers, I think, that I'm behind, but I am actually ahead by 3. So... Granted, he's going to catch up here in a minute. By the time I'm coming, I think he's going to get 2 or so villagers ahead. But now we've got skirmishers. They're doing 1 damage to these guys. But now he's going to start getting horse archers, cavalry archers. I always say horse archers, pretty much the whole time. He's going to grab Bodkin Arrow. I'm on the way up, and I'm going to go ahead and grab padded archer armor because it's something I can get now. Yeah, I'm going to be a little bit late on Bodkin Arrow, but I'm already behind on Bodkin Arrow. And I did not notice this villager just, you know, he's long, arduous journeys. But we're going to grab Thumb Ring and Bodkin Arrow. He's already got Thumb Ring, so I'm going to be behind. I'm going for the Xianbei Rider. Now, 2 buildings that I need here. I need a stable for bloodlines and husbandry, primarily bloodlines. And then I need the university for ballistics so that I can shoot moving targets. But he's already got some horse archers on the way. They've got +2 damage. They don't have bloodlines, but yeah, he doesn't currently have a stable up. I need to pay attention to whether or not he gets ballistics. He's getting Town Watch, but I don't see this coming. I don't have Town Watch. Town Watch here would have saved me. I would have more than likely been able to see these horse archers on the way. Skirmishers are going to be okay. They're going to have an extra... Okay, so these guys don't have bonus to cavalry archers. Then again, they have... Yeah, they have archer armor, so... Yeah, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. Now, the charge attack... I'm curious as to how much damage it does. Royal Heirs, infantry... But for right now, I was able to push him back. I've got reinforcements coming in a lot faster than he does, and my Xianbei Riders are cheaper. They have 10 less HP and 1 less damage. Well, 10 less HP once Bloodlines comes in, but they have about 20 less HP before that. But I think... Okay, I have Bloodlines. Oh. So it's only the base bloodlines. And this is rough. These guys, they've already got 3 kills, but they're gonna get some more. And he's got a good bit of eco KD on me, and I am not microing this well. I'm wanting to bring in my Xianbeis, but I'm just not microing well. But I've got the university up, and I'm really wanting to get ballistics, because ballistics is super important. He does not have a stable yet, and he does not have a university. I'm really only surviving because of the extra HP. Because of bloodlines. If I didn't have bloodlines, I'd be getting slaughtered. They would have killed all of my Xianbei riders there. Plus, the charge attack really does help. But I wanted to send in some Xianbeis over here because I figured he would be distracted. And they got 1 kill, which was alright. But I didn't micro these very well, and they only have 1 armor. He's getting his university up so that he can get ballistics. I'm going to try and micro these a little bit more. Looks like they had 2 kills. But, yeah, only a couple kills. 10 to 9, Horse Archers to Xianbei. Let me get... So, I actually have more HP. I got an extra one, but there's more of theirs on the way. So, here's something I'd like to point out. He's gone for a second town center, right? His idle town center TC has now gone up to by about 2.5 minutes more than mine. And he's going for a third town center. He doesn't have the economy to produce villagers out of these town centers. He can get the sheep out of there, but that's only 200 food. He needs farms, but you don't have the wood for farms if you built a third TC when you already can't afford the resources for another one. So the issue is that these town centers are only good later. And now that I have ballistics, I'm slaughtering villagers en masse. And I also noticed that he came through here, partially. I noticed that he came... Okay. Well, we lost one. And now he's trying to get at these vills, but he's shooting the vills instead of my Xianbeis, and I'm getting instant reinforcements. I believe I've gone for... Have I gotten... I have not gotten husbandry yet. But I have ballistics, and he does not have ballistics. And I'm slaughtering vills. The vill KD is now in my favor, but he still has a few more vills than me. For this point, I'm bringing up... I've got Xianbeis back here, and I'm just sort of trying to micro around the area. He's got a lot of idle vills as well. He's got 4 minutes and climbing of idle TC. He cannot gather food. This is one of the major strengths with horse archers and ranged units. Horse archers are incredibly... Horse archers are powerful. Now, dude, I should have never even bothered with the Siege Workshop. I wanted to build it so that I could start building mangonels just in case I needed to start taking out town centers. You don't need it. If you're able to keep the enemy from putting down a castle, unless your opponent puts down a castle, or something like that. I mean, he's putting down a 4th town center, but he doesn't have the military to actually stop me. He's got more HP, but my Xianbei did so much damage with their charge attacks, and now he's not wanting to fight, and he still hasn't got ballistics. And I'm killing a whole bunch of villagers over here. These guys just got 16 villagers. Or, yeah, 9 villagers. And now I'm pincering them. So now there's 15 eco KD. So ballistics is really working in my favor, and the Xianbei is... He also doesn't have a stable. So he doesn't have the extra 20 HP for his horse archers. If he had 20 more HP for his horse archers, this would be a much... This would be a different situation. But now I'm bringing in more Xianbeis, and he's got 24 idle villagers and 16 minutes of idle TC time. So his town centers don't matter. The extra town centers are doing nothing for him. Yeah, they're helping with defense, but why not just go for more military? It'd be better for you to go for more military. He's not gathering stone. I'm not gathering stone either. But I think at this point, he just looked at the score and he didn't have any military. He's got 2 military. He's got 37 villagers with 4 town centers. So extra town centers don't matter. My big mistake was putting down a siege workshop. Not only putting down a siege workshop, period, but putting it in the back of my base. This is going to take forever. A mangonel is going to take a minute plus to produce, and then it's going to take 2 minutes to come over here and start attacking a town center. I should have sent those vills forward and built the siege workshop forward, as well as put down a monastery forward. I'm putting down a monastery in the back so that I can start gathering relics. At this point in time, I am hoping and praying that he does not have the resources to go to Imperial Age. But what would Imperial Age do for him? He has 0 military. He has a good bit of res, but I have about 1,100 more res than he does. And I have 11 military that's actually good. The scouts just going to be scouting. The skirmishers are pointless. And I can stay in Castle Age because he doesn't have any stone. He's got town centers. I can take them out with mangonels. And as long as I keep moving around with my horse archers, my Xianbei raiders, I can keep him from making buildings. And the town centers don't help against archers because you still can't gather wood. He can barely gather wood from here. He can gather it from a few trees. He also can't gather this gold because it's on 6 tiles. So maybe he can gather a little bit of it, but he's still going to be taking chip damage. He can put down some farms, but I can just shoot at the farms. You have to have military. You cannot boom in this situation. Unless he's full walled, he has to build military. Building extra town centers does not help you at all. It is a good idea because you think, oh, I'm going to boom. But you're not. I'm going to have Xianbei raiders in your base killing all of your villagers, and you're not going to be able to produce extra villagers. You're going to have 18 and a half minutes of idle TC time. And overall, you're going to have less villagers than I do because I'm consistently making villagers and I'm not wasting hundreds of resources on town centers. These 3 town centers is 300 stone and about 800 almost wood. Yeah, 800 wood about, because it's 2, 4, 6, and then yeah, about 825 stone wood and 300 stone. That wood would be better served. Honestly, the stone can go into 2 towers. 2 towers on the edge of your town center, covering your gold, and this wood over here, a tower here and a tower here with walls in front, you're good. There's no way I'm breaking through there unless I bring forward siege. From there, you have a good wood line, and you have your gold, and you have farms. I have to go from this side of your base all the way around, and if you walled from here to here, now I have to go around this wood line. But that's all in hindsight, obviously. Ballistics helped me immensely. Bloodlines helped me. He didn't have bloodlines. That extra 20 HP would have been much better. Don't waste your resources on town centers you can't afford. Period. End of story. You're not going to get any value out of them. They're just going to sit there. Make military. Make military. If it's military that's going to get you damage or it's going to defend you. Because I tell you what, Xianbei raiders are going to get you damage if there's no wall up. So Anyway, that's it from me. I'm going to go see about playing another game. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.